You live in a reality bubble until you do this. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, we come to planet Earth to live like this. Unlimited abundance of everything. Free to live the way that we want to. The creative process shows us how it all works. Through life experience, we get clarity, our inner being sets it up, and through our positive frame of mind, high vibration, in alignment thoughts, we receive everything that we want. Very easy, joyous, effortless ways with lots of fun action. That's what we came for. But what we got was this. We got filled up with a lot of faulty beliefs about the way life is. And it essentially put us kind of like a puppet on strings, and then we're telling stories based on those faulty beliefs about money, about others, about ourselves, about health, about vocation, about life. Law of attraction is just picking up that energy, and it's giving you that in your physical world. And that is what happened in a nutshell. And now people are trying to find all kinds of ways to get what they want, but we're in this bubble. You see, that bubble is what is caused from this. But we see that the level of the things that we want are outside. We don't know they're outside the bubble. We just want them. We want more of the things that we have, right? And there's more to be had. And we see other people having more, and we want more too. And so we should, because that's what we came for. And just because somebody has more of one thing, though, there's not a lot of people living in alignment. And so what that means is, even if somebody has more, let's say their bubble is just bigger, means that their beliefs are different. They just got a different ceiling. Could be on any part of life, but it's still conditional. It's a conditional belief. It could be at it could be any size bubble, but from this, we just grow up with conditional beliefs about life versus unconditional. So whatever we seen growing up, that's the reality that we live, and when you understand that, then there's two things that you can do. You can either engage in some kind of conditional belief to make your bubble bigger, right? So that it includes more of the things that you want. Or you can get in alignment and then there's no bubble. Then you are back to your natural way of living, where it's just an unlimited flow of abundance of everything, and not just material wealth, but loving relationships and interesting vocation and health and everything. It's just unlimited. That's the way that life is set up to be, and you're free to have all of that stuff that you want in the way that you want it. And we're all different, so we want it in different ways. There's no particular way that constitutes the way to live it. It's just the way that you want it to be. So, conditional beliefs are, if I work hard, then I'm going to get more, for example. Or if I save enough money, or if I had a certain amount of money, I'd be all set, right? Those are limiting beliefs. Those are a reality bubble type of thing. I remember reading a book many years ago, and I can tell you it was many years ago because the story they told in the book was about a pay telephone. So, there used to be pay telephones that you could put a coin in and, dial up and have a conversation. I don't think there's any of those things anymore. In museums, maybe. Anyhow, the story went like this. There was a sales team, and one person came into the meeting one day and said, I found a coin in the telephone. And every time I find a coin in the telephone, I have a great day for sales. See, that's a conditional belief. That's a belief that will expand that person's bubble in that temporary way. Because as soon as that happens, then they expect it. They have the belief that more sales will come. And so one of the other salespeople got wise to it, and every once in a while, they'd go put a coin in the telephone. And it worked like a charm, because that person's expectation just instantly was there, that's the way it was going to be. They had complete conviction, no resistance, total expectation. So but it's still conditional. It's still a conditional belief. Manifestation techniques are conditional beliefs. When if somebody gets you to believe that doing some kind of affirmation or vision board or something, and you do it in a certain way, a certain amount of times, or whatever it is, that things are going to manifest. And if you buy into it, it will work 100%. If it creates that expectation, but we didn't come for manifestation techniques. You see, we came for fulfillment across the board. We came for this. We came for the unlimited flow of abundance in all areas of our life with no techniques, just flowing in our high vibration energy through the day. And when we do, then we're in alignment with everything that life caused us to ask for, and it's just coming into our life as a byproduct of living our high vibration self. So we don't really want to live with conditional beliefs of any sort. Again, if somebody says, if you do it like this, look, I've done it like this and it's always worked, and if you believe that enough, then that's going to work for you. If you go to school and get a certain education, then you're going to get a certain amount of money or a certain amount of something or other. Again, it's all conditional. It's based on something in the physical world. But we want unconditional beliefs. We want unconditional living. That's alignment. Alignment is unconditional living. Just the knowing of what you want, knowing it's done for you, that you're receiving it. There's a wonderful path. See no conditions there at all. Just the knowledge of life. And then this bubble completely goes away. There is no bubble, and everything is available to you all the time. But we do have that bubble. So you can look at your life and ask yourself, has my life been roughly the same kind of thing, the same kind of level in finances and relationships, in myself, thinking about myself, my business trending about the same. It's up, it's down, things are up and down, but generally I'm at basically the same level of things going on in my life. That's the reality bubble. And you might say, well, this area of my life changed, and then you can ask yourself, is that a conditional belief, right? Why is there more flowing in some area of your life than what used to flow? Well, there's either a conditional belief, or you are getting in alignment and you have no limit, you have no bubble, you have nothing restricting the unlimited flow to you. So that's the message in this video, is you got to realize that, when you were born and you started to grow up, that you got filled up with faulty beliefs, and you were telling, and then as you got those beliefs and got older, you just kept telling those stories again about all the areas of life. And those stories are energy. And so law of attraction is going to get them no matter what story you're telling, and that's the way it's going to connect you with planet Earth. So we want to start telling different stories, right? That's what the creative process helps us to do. The deconstruction process, the reconstruction process, helps us to hear us telling a story that's not serving us. And we know it's not serving us when we feel negative emotion. That's the emotion saying, you're telling a story that's not serving you. You're telling a story that's going to invite more of what you don't want. Okay? And you got to catch that stuff, and you got to change the story. You got all your stories, no matter what physical world looks like. Don't let that get in your head and make it tell you the stories that you don't like. You got to be a good storyteller, and that's what the deconstruction, reconstruction helps you to be, is a good storyteller, master of your mind, because you're going to tell it the way you want it to be, not the way it has been or is. You're going to start to displace those faulty beliefs, and you're going to get back into, this is where you want to be. You want to be living with your unlimited flow of abundance, with your days flowing in satisfying ways. That's what we came for, joyous expansion. So this is valuable to know because what your work is now is to dissolve this bubble. You want to get rid of this bubble, and the way you get rid of that bubble is by getting your self-alignment and alignment with life in general back in order. And when you start thinking in accordance with the creative process, when you start seeing how everything is serving you and how it all works, that your desire is born and turns to physical things, and the world is marrying you, understanding all the energy, how it works, how your energy works. It's your thought energy, it's your belief energy, and how belief energy is changed by changing the patterns in your conscious thinking mind. That's what I say. You want to tell new stories, because when you're telling new stories, then you're repatterning your conscious mind, and that will reprogram your subconscious mind. And then the bubble starts to go, and it fades away, and then you're just available in your energy, your high vibration energy, to receive whatever level of anything that you want. There's no number, right? There's no number. It's just whatever you want, and that's the way that we want to live life. We just want to get out of that reality bubble that we were sort of handed. Nobody really knew they handed it to us. We didn't know they were handing it to us, but they did. And we want to stop handing it to the new generations, and we want to get rid of our own reality bubble, because that bubble is, just by definition, a reality bubble is faulty beliefs, right? Because there's no bubble. When you live like this, there's no bubble. It's just complete freedom to be, do, and have what you want. So that is the message for today. Take stock on your life and think, am I living in a reality bubble? And you'll see that really that you are, but it just depends on what the extent of that bubble is. Is it really constraining on your life, or is it a pretty big bubble? But in any event, if you don't like it, if you don't like that reality bubble, you can dissolve it by getting back in alignment, as I talk about in these videos in my books. So we want to get back to our natural life of alignment and knowing how everything is set to work out for us, and how valuable and important we are. We want to tell all our stories that are in agreement with who we really are and how life really works. And we know when we're not, because negative emotion is there. And as soon as it's there, then you've got to bring a new story in, one that you genuinely believe, that's in agreement with the creative process, and then that will start to take hold, and this bubble will start to dissolve, and then you'll start to have access to receive all of the things that you want. Your business at a level that is more than what you have now. You want it, relationships with different people, personal relationships, financial wealth, yourself. Everything can grow to whatever, you can receive it at whatever level you want to receive it. Okay, so just take a look at your life and see that it just seems that if it seems like it's been going along at generally the same pace, then that is that reality bubble. Particularly if you want it to be something different and more in one or more areas, and it's not getting there, then that's a definite indicator that you're in that reality bubble. But I'm here to tell you that you can dissolve that and get back into your natural high vibration life where everything can flow at whatever levels you want it to flow. Okay, so you live in a reality bubble until you dissolve it. And when you do, then you can live your natural life again. Okay, that's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.